So, it's the off-season and there is not much going on. Well, kinda. We've seen the likes of BWT and Otmar Safnauer leave Aston Martin, being replaced by Mike Crack, and Executive Director Martin Budkowski leaving Alpine, but the latest announcement is what generated the push for me to make this video. On January 13th, the FIA announced they started a detailed analysis of the events that transpired during the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, mostly those surrounding the safety car and race direction. This is, I think, a great move, because whether you are Team Hamilton or Team Verstappen, to see Masi punished or outright removed from his position would be great for the sport. But here is where it started going south. After the announcement, it resurfaced that Hamilton wasn't coming back, that the Mercedes team may leave altogether, and the gut reaction I had was to stay off social media for a few days. But why is this? Over the course of the 2020 and 2021 seasons, I have been part of the Formula 1 online community, and over time I have become just tired of some parts of it. Mostly to do with Twitter, Drive to Survive, and the official Formula 1 accounts. Since Liberty Media took over, Formula 1 on social media has become a very strong presence and a very big community. This has brought many bright sides, like F1 being exposed to a whole new generation and tons of new markets, but also led to a lot of toxicity within the community. Let's first talk about my biggest disappointment, Drive to Survive. When the first season dropped, I couldn't have been more excited. Even though I completely despised the release date, a week before the season started. This meant that although many people would first get exposed to F1 just as soon as the season was starting, it was also kind of all marketing in my opinion. We fans were waiting all break coming into the 2019 season for the show to drop, and we ended up having to binge watch it as soon as it was out, because when the 2019 season started, it would just become obsolete. This is an issue that, in my opinion, has persisted all the way through, and although I feel this is nitpicking, a month before the season would be a great time for release. Now to the actual content of the show, which on the first season was more focused on getting to actually know the sport and all the drivers, with some biases and made up stuff like a rivalry between Alonso and Sainz, but I mean, it was all in good faith to make a good show. The second season after 2019 and coming into 2020 glossed over some very important points, and the 20 into 2021 season was just bad. Like, I finished watching it and was not only disappointed but honestly a little bit angry. At the time I couldn't really grasp why, but after talking to some friends I realized it was all because it was kinda made up, exaggerated and just fake. F1 had become a reality TV show and people were flooding into the community thinking all they saw was real. Instead of forming their own opinions, they started following the made-up ideologies and false pretenses presented by DTS. This gave birth to the monster that now is the Formula 1 Twitter community. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not all bad. There's actually a lot of people that share some amazing drawings, digital art, papercraft models, and some that are just great to have a chat with. I have made quite a few friends and many acquaintances through Twitter. All of my collabs have started through there pretty much, and I've interacted with some of you guys, and if I leave it there, it's a blast. The thing is, once you start digging a little bit deeper is where it all starts crumbling down. The cancel culture of both fans and drivers, the persecution of people with different ideas, the obsession over drivers' personal lives, the constantly fighting, the side-talking and overall toxicity are all things you will encounter within 10 minutes of logging into F1 Twitter and digging deep. Most people are wrong, most people are using facts incorrectly, and most people are arguing why their favorite driver is the greatest of all time and why you are just a bad person if you disagree. Anything and everything is blown out of proportion. Lastly, this is one point many of the people I talk to share, and it has to do with F1's official YouTube channel. My subscription box was once 80% related Formula 1 videos, but that has been toned down recently, and it's mostly because I unsubbed from the official channel. As I stated before, the sport's online presence has grown a lot since the Bernie days, but at some point it starts to get too saturated. As an example of this, I will use the 2021 Monaco Grand Prix, and we will start counting from the first video that they uploaded that week with Monaco in its name and thumbnail. There were 44, yes, 44 videos related to that race until they started talking about Baku. From the archive to podcasts, analysis, warm-ups, highlights of F1 and for some reason F2 sessions, reactions, shorts, clips, all in all 44 videos for a single Formula 1 weekend, definitely leading to content and platform saturation. I love F1, I love racing, I love innovation, aero and livery design, but I honestly hate the constant drama that sometimes comes with it. Yeah, so this has been a little bit of a rant, and my comeback video, yeah, sure. I will be making more content when the liveries start coming out, and yeah, this is going to be a little bit of an opinionated month, to be honest. If you liked the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one.